And welcome back to Talk 1260 KTRC. You're listening to The Humanity Behind the Vanity. Today we're doing a show all about listener emails. We just heard from Dr. Rita Dodge. This is Dr. Daniel Ronell. Hello. Here with my wife Betsy.
Oh my God, they know.
Okay, I'm supposed to say that.
Fine.
So, fire away. What's next?
What?
Fire
Oh,
away.
fire away.
Yes.
I said far away.
No.
Okay, I had a lap band done in 2008. I've lost 89 pounds. Noticed just lately with the last 30 pounds of weight loss that my skin is sagging, which is normal.
Right.
I also have stretch marks that look horrible with the sagging skin. I'm interested in having a breast lift as well as augmentation. Sorry. I would like something, maybe a chemical peel, to get rid of my stretch marks on my legs. I would like a lift for my thighs and buttock and a tummy tuck. I am sure a consultation would determine exactly what I need and don't need, or what would just be best for me. I would like a rough estimate of the cost of blah, blah, blah. My self-esteem is suffering. Oh. And would insurance cover any of this, because I did have the weight loss surgery?
Right.
This is a very educated consumer here.
And there are a lot of points here. So
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed was she's still losing weight.
Right.
So you really can't have body contouring surgery until your weight is stable. And most people say that happens about 2 years after the bariatric procedure.
Well, it's
which
been
could
2
be-
years, 2008, January
Okay.
2008 to January 2010.
Well,
It's been 2 years.
Okay, good. Well, it sounds like she's still losing. So I usually want people at the stable weight for 3 months. And
Have you
that
seen this
usually
person?
happens, I haven't seen her yet.
Oh, okay.
Usually happens at about 2 years. And bariatric just means like a barrel. So it could be a lap band, it could be gastric bypass. There's a lot of different ways to do it. In fact, Loveless West Side in Albuquerque is starting to ramp up their lap band program.
That's
so anyway,
good.
so that was one thing. Okay, I have stretch marks that look horrible. You know, there's really not a good treatment for stretch marks. Chemical peels, lasers, creams, nothing really works. You have to excise them.
Would a chemical peel even help, though?
Anything will help. If you improve the quality of the skin on which the stretch mark sits, the stretch mark won't look as bad.
I don't think creams help that.
But to remove a stretch mark, you have to excise it. And that comes along with this bariatric surgery, with body contouring surgery. You remove a lot of stretch marks, or you hide them, you move them down. For example, with a tummy tuck, when people have stretch marks above the belly button, they end up below the belt, so the stretch marks are hidden.
That's good.
And she asked about, what procedures can be done at once. There's a limit to how many procedures can be done at once.
'Cause
We've talked about this many
You
times.
can only be
right?
under for so long.
It's not only that, it's the risk of each procedure goes up a little bit when you combine them. With the modern techniques, that has gone down significantly. So, the modern abdominoplasty, which is not as invasive, the modern breast reduction is not as invasive. You can combine those pretty easily. But you have to select the right patient. They have to be healthy, and they're going to be in a world of pain afterwards.
Right. Not necessarily.
But
a world of discomfort, I
Well,
would
we
say.
use pain busters
Right.
and that sort of thing, the
Right.
pain pump. So combining procedures, usually people who have massive weight loss end up having 2 or 3 procedures. For example,
Sure.
abdomen and thighs, and then later breast and arms, or whatever. So there are possible combinations.
I just feel sad that she wrote my self-esteem is suffering, because they've been through so much to go through this. And
I know, it kills me that
Yeah.
at these bariatric programs, come get your thing, lose your weight, and they don't tell them, or
maybe
now
they
they're
do
starting
now,
to.
right?
Now
Because
they're
people are
starting to.
realizing, hold on a
Right.
minute.
You replace the fat with lots of loose, sagging skin,
This is
and
very uncomfortable.
and that can be, a big negative for people's self-image, that they have these. I met a person last night at the Diane Dennis dinner who had lost about 30 pounds.
That doesn't
and
mean he
was
supports
carrying around-
Diane Dennis. She's equal opportunity.
Yes.
He's going to the Martinez one also.
Right,
He's
right.
just, invited and likes to meet people. Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Santa
And
Fe.
same thing. He had lost all this weight, and now he's got this flabby, roll of skin on his. He couldn't stop
Well, look at
talking
Al
about it.
Roker. Al Roker on the Today Show. He had or I don't know what he had, but he had a weight loss surgery.
Procedure,
Yeah.
right.
And he announced it, so
Right,
everybody knows.
right,
And
right.
I look at him all the time, and I'm like, you're on the Today Show. I haven't noticed you've had any downtime, so I don't know if he's had any surgery. But when you look at him in his suit, it's all tucked away nicely. I mean, he has people, stylists, working with him, so he might be tucked in.
Right, and you can wear girdles and compression garments to
He's
help
also,
hide the stuff.
yeah,
but-
he's also African American, and they have a very nice skin quality. You know, oily and just juicy, beautiful skin. So I imagine maybe his skin went back. On his face, it sure did. It doesn't look like he's had any surgery on his face. So I don't know. He might be an exception to the rule. But I always am looking at him like, where's those rolls from your tongue? Because he was enormous.
Right.
And now he's not.
Right. The last question asked was, can insurance cover part of it? This is a big fight that the Plastic Surgery
Disgusting
Society is having with the
companies.
insurance
I
companies.
hate
Is
insurance
It's
companies.
so important for self-esteem. And
And it goes along part and parcel with that surgery. I'm sorry, because
it's just part of the surgery.
the skin rolls are also a hindrance to
Right.
physical mobility
Right.
and all the rest of that.
And so,
Disgusting insurance.
anyway,
Health
they
insurance.
may cover removal of the excess abdominal skin called a paniculectomy. But in fact, they make a distinction between that and a true tummy tuck, which is an abdominoplasty,
Right.
which is what most people want. It's when you tighten the muscles
Right.
together and you make a nice new belly button. They won't cover that.
What
They'll
about thighs?
No, they won't cover thighs or arms or
Wow.
anything. Right. Sometimes breast reduction.
Nothing, I have nothing good to say about health insurance
It's-
companies. They're just vile.
It's complicated, and hopefully Obamacare will straighten things out. I just don't know.
I don't think anything will ever straighten it out because I just don't think it's possible.
I just don't know.
There's too much money at stake.
Mhm.
Disgusting. Really, that's like the devil at work.
But people who are considering lap band surgery should also realize that they probably need to save for the body contouring surgery afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, our producer's telling us we have 2 minutes, so let's.
But he
let's
wanted,
do
Dan was
that
all
one.
excited about this one.
Well, it's
Okay,
just-
all right, shh.
okay.
20-year-old woman. She has, I don't understand what she wrote. She has small breasts. She's wondering if she can have fat transfer from her own body to enhance her breasts.
This is sort of becoming a hot topic. We've
Yeah.
talked about it before.
I've read about it.
Again, it's still really, I think, somewhat experimental.
But
It's
here's my
becoming-
question.
What?
What if you lose weight? You know, you lose fat. You're going to lose that fat.
Maybe.
What if
Maybe,
you're a
'cause
runner? I mean,
the fat that's those are all questions,
Right.
that are not yet answered. You're
Yeah.
right. Usually fat that's transferred gets its own new blood supply, so it may not. But the point is, it's really not going to make a big change. It is being used more and more for breast reconstruction. People have a lumpectomy and
that makes
radiation,
sense. Yeah, that
have a
makes sense.
divot in their breast, for example. They don't need, they haven't had a whole mastectomy, but they've had a partial mastectomy. They have a divot in the breast. That's not a bad idea to
Do you
do
use
for their-
filler for that too?
You have to use too much filler.
Oh,
So
okay.
usually we transfer
Fat.
muscle, but now it would be nice to be able to do fat. And there is some pretty good success with that. The problem is some of that fat can calcify, and that looks like another mass on a mammogram. And so
That's scary,
It's
right.
right. So then you need to get into breast MRIs. So fat transfer, maybe in the
jury's
future.
still out.
Jury's still out. Not there yet. Okay, now we got to wrap things up. Thank you very much for listening
Thank you.
to Talk 1260 KTRC, the humanity behind the vanity. We're on DanielRonellMD.com
And Facebook.
and Facebook, and we will be back next week.
Have a good week.